Shredder got 3 nerfs, and he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buffs.
Jeez. Okay, there we go. I mean, he probably needed it. He kind of felt.
And the funny thing is, one of his nerfs, is technically a buff because that's slower. But I mean, that's not really a bad thing. But it technically is a nerf. So really, that's kind of like a buff nerf. It's a nothing, really.
What's better about it being slower? Is it just...
he recovers faster.
Oh, you mean like, is the projectile slower?
It is. And he also, the other buff he got was he recovers faster from it.
Oh, okay. So like, it's technically worse as a zoning tool, but in terms of controlling space, it's a little better. Okay.
Yes. So, in addition, his knee crushes, both of the damages got decreased on light kick and hard kick.
That makes sense.
There's a reason for this. You see, light kick knee crush now has counter hit bonus on it. In addition, it has it falls faster, and in addition, it doesn't knock back as far.
Oh, you get mid-screen juggle? You know, if you can do the move.
Like, it used to like knock them all the way across the screen.
Yeah, which is pretty annoying.
Which is what this one does, as you can see. Like, hard kick one is unchanged pretty much.
So the light one, with the counter hit, what's it do?
Let's see.
Well, I'm glad you asked, fair viewer. Is there a counter hit just in training mode?
I probably should do that, huh?
You can honestly do that before it comes out. I would.
And just turn on counter hit bonuses. Wouldn't that be nice? I can do that tonight. It's really not.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well. You might as well. I'm not saying you have to, or that some sort of requirement. Okay. Oh, so it like launched a little higher. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Could you give it like the zoom in, like the heavy buttons get or whatever, or like whatever the special counter effect? It would make sense.
I feel like that'd be a little too disorienting. Like,
maybe, I guess. Well, I mean, don't heavy normals have like... Okay, they don't have a zoom in. I mean, like, they freeze the game for a second, right?
Yeah, that's only if you get a counter hit anti-air with heavy normals that it does that. And that's just to let you know that something happened. Well, if that move is kind of a you should be paying attention if you land that anyway. In addition, the bonus light kick, the light kick knee crush is a good anti-air for that same reason. Like, it gives you the counter hit bonus if it's used as an anti-air too. So, it's very threatening. I would say it's a very threatening attack.
On air hit, if they're like jumping and they don't get counter hit, you can probably still link, right? Like if just have him like jump, and if you hit him like at the apex of his jumper, somewhere high up, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, if they jump at all,
just juggle.
If they jump at all, you probably get a juggle. The higher they are, the more potential you get for that juggle.
Because it doesn't even have to counter hit at that point.
So
just because of like the way it sends them, yeah.
The other thing is. Light Punch Roller Crusher startup has been reduced by 2 frames. Oh no, the recovery has been reduced by 2 frames, making it a little bit safer. Hard Punch has been, the recovery is reduced by 1 frame, making it a little bit safer. Hard Punch and the Omega Roller Crusher travel speed are like much faster than they were before. Like,
let's see it.
Like he moves quite a bit now. Now,
Hard
Punch Roller Crusher is this original speed of high speed one of tournament fighters. It is fast as hell. So, and now it's only -3. It used to be -5, which characters like Wingnut, like before I changed the pushback, which is another buff on it, he used to be able to do crouch and light kick and get a combo on hit.
Oh, okay. So the pushback on hit is increased. I'm assuming on block too, it's also increased then, right?
Yes, it is.
So that's like a nerf and a buff. It means that like he can't like repressure you with a light normal, but it also means you can't punish him. Right. So it's more of a
The light punch one is pretty much for that one because like it's safer, if you will. It's like -2.
It's 1 frame. 1 frame.
Yeah, that's enough for you to be holding another thing. And if they try to press a button, you get the counter hit with the knee, light kick knee. You see where I'm going now, right? It all flows together. So if they press a button because you're -2 and you do knee, it's gonna give you the counter hit, and then you get to do more shit. Like it's
it's nice. You know, you can gamble.
It's dangerous to challenge Shredder now. Is the main thing of these changes. Shredder is now a person. Yeah. Like if he has you about here, you are in the danger zone.
Yeah, he's got like corner control. He's got corner control RPS now. It's a little more reliable.
He also can do that from that range. So that's a
He can confirm
knockdown.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, it seems like it's better for him overall. Yeah, that makes sense.
So overall, Shredder, I did not want to give him any new moves of any kind because he's meant to be an offensive and defensive character. But there is one last thing I need to talk about. Omega.E used to not be great mid-screen because it would knock him so far away. That has been rectified.
Oh, okay, so you can it's pretty easy to pick up off it.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it should. If you're spending an Omega for it, it should absolutely just straight up be that good.
Yeah, like he gets pretty decent corner carrying, and the damage is also pretty good. So that is pretty much. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. There's one more thing. Counter hit Aura Crusher, the hard punch one. If you get that counter hit, it launches them straight up like the Omega one instead of knocking them all the way across the screen. So that's another. Like he's got a lot of counter hit bonuses now. Basically, he's a very scary character for you to get counter hit from.
Yeah, I guess it's hard. It's hard to set at least one of those up. I think the Aura Crusher counter hit is a really hard one to have happen commonly.
It's more of a reward if somebody tries. I mean, he has a lot of options for zoning anyway, obviously because of that. But
well, yeah, I think
if someone's dumb enough to challenge you on a lot of things, or if you just read an anti-air, you get a lot of bonuses from it now. Makes him a lot bigger of a threat.
The light kick knee counter hit is the one you're probably actually going to see in match play come up more often. But the other one is a nice bonus to have, I would say.
Probably, definitely, I would say. So, to recap, Shredder got some nerfs that only affected his ability to do now what he does best, which is stick the landing. It's one thing that Shredder had a hard time doing was sticking the landing.
Closing out, right?
Yeah,
and consistency. Consistency was an issue for the character, it felt like.
Shredder do be cooking, but the issue was, when he cooked, sometimes he didn't finish his plate. Because, as a chef, you eat while you're cooking, and then you're not that hungry. It's a real problem. What I'm telling you is when I cooked yakisoba noodles today, I only ate half of it because I was tasting it, so I got leftovers for tomorrow. Next character.